By 1940, a dark shadow had swallowed all of Europe.
France fell in weeks. Poland crumbled in days. Nothing stopped the Iron Tide.
But one tiny nation stood alone, a fortress of rock and ice.
Everyone thinks Hitler spared them for their banks, for the gold. They are wrong. The truth is much more terrifying. Hitler hated this country. He called it a pimple on the face of Europe. He had a plan to wipe them off the map. Operation Tannenbaum.
The Wehrmacht was ready. Millions of men. Thousands of tanks.
But the Swiss had a secret weapon. Not a bomb. Not a gun.
They turned their entire country into a suicide trap. And they were waiting.
Boom. They didn't build walls. They destroyed their own bridges.
General Gizan ordered a retreat, not a surrender, a tactical withdrawal to the death zone.
German tanks were kings of the flatlands. Here, they were useless metal coffins.
The mountains were alive. Every cliff face hid a machine gun nest.
See that house? It's not a home. It is a concrete bunker disguised as a chalet.
But their deadliest weapon was underground. The Gotthard Tunnel. The vital link between Germany and Italy, wired to blow. The weakness was the sky. The Luftwaffe thought they owned it. German pilots used Swiss airspace as a shortcut to bomb France. A fatal arrogance.
The Swiss Air Force scrambled. Their orders were clear. Shoot to kill!
Ironically, they flew German-made planes against German invaders.
"11 German planes went down in flames. The myth of invincibility was broken.
Hitler was apoplectic. A tiny neutral nation dared to bite back?
Goering demanded revenge. He sent a squad of saboteurs across the border.
The Brandenburgers. Elite killers. Their mission was secret.
They weren't there to fight. They were there to burn Switzerland to the ground.
The fuel tank erupted. The message was clear. Nowhere is safe.
But the Swiss were ruthless. They hunted the saboteurs down like wolves.
Hitler changed tactics. If he couldn't invade, he would starve them out.
He cut off the food! He cut off the fuel! A siege of silence!
Switzerland faced suffocation. So they grabbed Hitler by the throat. Germany needed to send coal to Italy. The only path was through the Swiss Alps.
The Swiss stopped the trains. No coal for Mussolini. No weapons for Hitler.
The Axis war machine sputtered. They needed that tunnel open. But the trains didn't just carry coal. They carried something darker. This was the Reichsbank's dirty secret. Stolen gold. Melted down. Rebranded.
They took wedding rings, artifacts, smelted into anonymous bars to hide the crime.
Germany was bankrupt. The world rejected their money. Only Swiss banks accepted the gold. Hitler traded blood gold for hard cash. The Swiss franc kept the Wehrmacht alive. With that cash, Hitler bought vital resources: tungsten for shells, oil for tanks. Neutrality became profitable. The banks didn't ask where the gold came from. The Allies were furious. They called it fencing stolen goods. Washington issued a threat.
Then, American bombs fell on Swiss cities. Accidental navigation errors. Or a warning?
The message was brutal. Stop feeding the monster, or burn with it.
The Swiss panicked. To survive, they revealed their final card. The ultimate betrayal.
Bern became the spy capital of the world. A nest of vipers.
Amerika man spying at Allen Dulles. Operated.
The Swiss government knew. They let the Americans steal Nazi secrets.
Berlin was furious. They knew they were bleeding secrets from Switzerland.
But here is the twisted irony. Swiss factories never stopped working for Germany.
They sold weapons to the very enemy they were betraying.
American pilots were killed by Swiss guns paid for with Nazi gold. 1945. The Thousand-Year Reich crumbled in ruins.
The war was over. But the Swiss opened their doors to the devil one last time.
They called it the Ratlines, an escape route for monsters. Swiss officials issued fake passports, new names, clean slates for mass murderers. Architects of the Holocaust flew out on Swiss planes, bound for sunny Argentina. While Europe starved, they retired to paradise, protected by Swiss silence. Their freedom was paid for with the very gold they stole from their victims. Why did the Allies let them go? Because a new enemy had risen.
The Soviet Union. The West needed Switzerland as a neutral hub against Russia.
So the files were sealed. The gold stayed in the vaults. Justice was buried.
For 50 years, Switzerland thought the secret was safe. They were wrong.
In the 1990s, a night watchman found a document they forgot to burn.
The whistleblower went public. The world exploded in outrage.
The US government stepped in. They threatened to block Swiss banks from Wall Street.
Switzerland had no choice. For the first time, they opened the secret vaults. Thousands of dormant accounts. Money belonging to the dead.
Survivors had waited 50 years. Most never saw a dime.
The banks paid $1 billion settlement. Blood money or justice?
History is not black and white. It is gray like the Swiss uniform.
Today, the bunkers are museums. The dynamite is gone. The peace remains.
But we must ask, did Switzerland survive because they were brave or because they were useful? They were both. A shield against tyranny and a vault for thieves. Survival is ugly. Sometimes, to fight the devil, You must shake his hand. Europe burned. Switzerland endured. But the ghost of the gold still haunts them.
Neutrality is not innocence. It is a weapon. And weapons have no conscience.
Hitler never conquered these mountains. But greed nearly conquered their soul.
We judge them today. But ask yourself, what would you do to survive?
The files are closed. The witnesses are gone. Only the mountains remember.
The war ended. The questions remain. History is never black and white.